Good evening. I'm Matthew LeBlanc.
And I'm Amanda Kenny. Thank you for joining us. It's possibly every parent's worst fear, losing your child.
Gay and Bob Smithers lost their daughter Laura when she was abducted and murdered in 1997. Now, they shared their story in front of members of the Brazos Valley Child Abduction Response Team as part of training today. We joined KAGS HD News reporter Monica Castro in the studio. Monica, using a real ongoing case, the response team hopes to learn how to better react if an abduction happens here.
Matthew, Amanda, the Smither family started the Laura Recovery Center to help law enforcement understand what a community expects of them when a child is abducted. Their story shook the small town of Friendswood in 1997. 12-year-old Laura Smither took a jog around her neighborhood and never came home.
It's the most terrifying thing that any parent will endure. Not knowing where your child is.
But today, members of the Brazos Valley Child Abduction Response Team used it as an example to better understand what to do if it should happen here.
Using that case as an example of what happens when a child is abducted and sort of what the community is expecting of law enforcement, what law enforcement needs to do.
This is one that we need to train for and then hope and pray that we never have to use this training.
Part of that training involves just having a plan of action. While child abductions are rare in Brazos County, if you suspect your child is missing, police say call them first.
And we can start responding, and we would much rather come and find the child after a minute than to not be called for a half hour or an hour and then be that much further behind.
While Laura Smithers' murder remains unsolved, they tell their story in the hopes first responders can use it.
The quicker that a community can respond, the better, and what's happening here today is just very important.
And if an abduction happens, they'll have a better chance of bringing that child home. The Smithers advocate for getting your child a child ID kit. They've also started personal empowerment programs to educate kids about how to respond to dangerous situations. Matthew?